Hello everybody, welcome back to the Realm of Vasten. My name's Fixxitt, and today is kind of a special episode. We are in the penultimate episode of this season. Next episode, probably tomorrow, will be the world tour of everything we did this season, at least. And but before we get that, I did some work on the texture pack. So our texture pack, as you know, is made by the great JermsyBoy. Hello, Enderman in my frame. And Jerm is the greatest texture maker I know of in the entire world. I think he's the greatest. So he's built this entire pack. There were just a couple tiny little tweaks that we wanted to make, and I hate bugging him for tiny little tweaks. The dude is so busy. So I just did them, and they're very small, but I want to take you through and show you what is version 2.2 of Little Taste of Vasten. Again, this pack is made by the great JermsyBoy. You can pick up in his Discord or mine, and this is 2.2. Okay, so let's head over to a creative test world and take a look and see what the differences are. All right, here we are in my new creative test world. Apparently, I've lost my old texture pack world, so I had to remake it. Not that it's a big deal, but let's take you through and let me show you what we did. First off and foremost, these are the only textures. I think these are the only ones not made by Germ. I think, and this is linked in the README file that comes along with the texture pack of the dude, which is Thy Creeper King, I think is who it is, on Planet Minecraft. So I picked this up because, you know, it seems like the dead coral is a complete waste, honestly. It just seems like it's just a wasted block, a wasted opportunity. So what we did is all the living coral is exactly the same. There's these three right here. The dead coral blocks we haven't done anything with yet. Got some ideas, but hasn't quite taken me yet. So we're still looking at it. But the dead coral variants we did add to. So we kept this one the same. This is the dead brain coral fan. So if you want the vanilla, these are just vanilla textures, like the regular old vanilla textures. So those two. This one, which is the dead tube coral, and this one over here are placeholders. That's odd. It's the dead horn coral, I think. Yeah, dead horn coral. I don't think that's actually it. Let me see here. Dead. Where's the dead horn? No, that's bubble. Horn. Yeah, this one. I'm not sure why. Okay, there. That one and that one are placeholders. This one's going to stay. So if you want the texture, use this one, right? Then this over here is the dead tube coral fan. This is the dead bubble coral fan. This is the dead fire, and this is the dead horn. It's pretty cool, right? Like you can use these. Imagine doing this, because these are dead, so you could have like rows of crops, right? Wouldn't that be cool? Like it looks like cactus or cabbage or something. I don't know. And these textures may change, but when they do change, we're gonna keep the general idea. Like this one will stay green. Even if someone like Germ or Cloud Toast or some better texture maker than me actually makes a better, a texture, then we can keep going. But yeah, these are cool, and these ones here, and these are dead, so you can just place them anywhere. That's a really cool texture. This is a really cool texture. I really like it. Now we don't have variants or anything. It is what it is. So these three are gonna stay. That one and that one not. Okay, let's move right along. Going through white, there's nothing different. It's all the same. You can see what it is. This is the glazed terracotta road. If you don't know how our glazed terracotta works, it's really cool. I'll show you with the orange right here. The orange is, depending on which direction you face, when you place it, you get a different block. So if you're facing this way, you get all this block, because it's not random, but you get these four. These were taken from JermsyBoy's Little Taste of Terracotta add-on, and I picked kind of random ones that I really liked and put them in here just for some more building options. Like I could see maybe doing something like a house built out of it. Isn't that cool? Especially if we wanted to come in and do variations later or something like that. But again, once it's in the pack, we're going to leave it there so it doesn't massively change what we've been working on. Another thing down here for this is regular terracotta. I did add in the variants that Germ made as well. We didn't used to have the variants, so they're the same. They're just as is. Now let's go. All the wool is the same, except for, let me take you down and show you the black wool. The black wool and black carpet are an absolute void. Nothing. It's just sheer black. We use this a lot for magical things, for void things, all that kind of stuff. Okay, some other things, some carpet. Brown carpet is actually, I think it's coarse dirt texture, I think, but Germ did that. It's so great, right? That's not a change, that's just what it is. Light gray carpet is stone brick, so you can hide lighting. Hiding lighting in Minecraft with mobs and everything is so important. Now this is Optifine dependent, I believe. So lime carpet should be grass colored, but I think it's Optifine dependent. So until we get Optifine, it's going to be neutral colored, and then it should take on the color of the grass of whatever biome you're actually in. Very cool. Yellow carpet is actually called hay carpet, so it works really well for like the bottom of stables or whatever, farmland, things like that. You could hide lighting or hide water or whatever you want to do there. Let's go through the glazed terracotta and show you. So this is white. This is orange. This is the new one here. No change here. These are all the same. Some of these are vanilla. Some are sort of modified, JermsyBoy's modified conquest textures. This one's very cool. Gray glaze. Like I could see this being a really cool decoration block for a palace or something like that. That's an awesome one. This one is cool. So this is cyan. Cyan has, so if you go this way, you get the crate texture. So, and you get all the variants, which is awesome. There's so many. Like 11 variants or something like that. But if you face this way, you get thatch. This way, you get the other thatch. And this way, you get that block, which is so useful. Ropes wrapped around a log, like for docks or ships or whatever. That's a really useful block. The rest of these are the same. This one, again, is same idea. Depending which direction you face, you get the Tudor style blocks. And we have the white over there, and we have the brown over here. All the rest of these are the same. This is one that I specifically requested when Jerm was building this pack for us, because I love these blocks. I've used them quite a bit. This you recognize from the end palace, this from like the cathedral. Yeah, these are really cool blocks. It's a startling difference from vanilla. Super cool. Terracotta we talked about. Glass, there's a couple changes, a couple small changes. These are mostly the same. This one you might notice is weird. Brown stained glass, and there are actually panes here, you just can't see. Brown stained glass is now completely clear. So if you want to make hanging ladders, right? We used to use structure blocks, but the problem is now we're on a realm and no one's OP'd anymore, because you have to be OP to use to put it, not structure blocks, I'm sorry, to put in barrier blocks. You have to be creative, or no, actually you don't, but to break them. If you misplace them, then it's bad if you misplace them, right? So this way you can just have this, and if you ever want to see where they are, you just take off the texture pack and you'll see it. It'll be right there. It's a brilliant solution. You can put, I just put this here because you can put stuff on top of it. You can put ladders on the side, anything you want. It's really, really very cool. Blue. Now we have 4 of our textures, our glass textures, that have no texture. This we use for either the fog effect or magical effects, things like that. It's blue, lime, gray, yeah, regular gray, and magenta over there. This one I love. We took this idea from Lord of the Rings or Middle Earth Minecraft, or Minecraft Middle Earth rather it is, and just very usable. This is the white terracotta texture on the outside, so if you're doing white terracotta on the sides, you can come up with a really nice portal-like windows. Very cool. Light gray. This has a connected texture, which actually, again, is Optifine dependent. But if you wanted to, you've seen this before in my build. You can go back a couple episodes and see the palace build, because I used a lot of pink glass there with the connected texture. Really beautiful. And the rest of these, as is. Okay, next, concrete. These are our Vasten special texture, right? These are the ones when I was making the pack myself. These are the ones that I added in. These first 3, funnily enough, are just sort of placeholders. So I always tell people, don't build with these 3. If you want white, this white texture, go with the white terracotta. But because these 3 may end up changing, so we kept the terracotta the same. The terracotta is basically just a neutral, nice building color. These ones are all the special blocks. So we have 4 placeholders yet with yellow too, and purple, actually 5. Here you got like shingles, some light blue shingles, some green painted wood, and these all have variations. Like you can see the different variants that go up through. Red, gray, light gray painted wood, blue is super cool, right? I mean, super cool for shingles and all that kind of stuff. It's awesome. So and black, looks like black could actually be still a placeholder as well. So we still have some more. If we want new shingles or new painted wood variants or something like that, then these can easily go right on there, and you get all the variations too. Super cool. Glazed, concrete powder rather, is all the same except for this one. This one now matches this completely. So if you can see, if you don't want the frame border, but you're building out this style, you can use the brown concrete powder, and it fits in perfectly. Also great with pass, and also great with mushroom block as well. This, I think this one, yeah, green, right? Yeah, green was changed to be, I think, a grass. I don't know if it was or not, actually. At one point I changed this to be a grass texture, but I don't think it is anymore now that we have the carpet. So I lied. I think it's the same. I think it's all the same. So yeah, these are all basically the same. Again, they're just for building purposes. I couldn't really think of a really good use for them, to be honest. The beds are all the same. Haven't changed anything there. Some special beds, like we got that one, and we got this one over here, and we got this one. The brown is like a bench. Very, very, very cool stuff. Okay, let's go over here. Wood, hardly anything has changed. The acacia sign, I think I had to change that out. It's been long enough, I don't actually remember, but the acacia sign was a problem. I don't know if I fixed it this version or if I moved on my own personal version. Anyway, these are all basically the same. Keeping the green jungle wood in our pack because we're used to it now, and you know that, and we've used it in some builds and all that kind of stuff. The jungle trapdoors, the biggest change right there. Jungle trapdoors are wheels. Germ did that beautiful, amazing custom model. It's so good, right? All that stuff, and also I don't think I did it, but all the buttons are big buttons now. Let's see here. So I think it'd be like oak and spruce and birch. Yeah, they're all the big buttons now, which they're just better. They're just better. They're easier to, well, actually they're not. I was gonna say they're easier to hit, but they're not, because the actual model size is that the other two pixels aren't actually there. Anyway, here's a big change. This is probably a fairly controversial change, the second most controversial change of the video. Some people are going to hate the most controversial change. I know, I'm prepared for it. I'm prepared for hate, but it needs to happen. This is brick. This is going to require a little bit of work. We're going to have to go back into white sands and change it out. The problem is our brick and our red sand were exactly the same. Let me show you. This was our almost exactly the same. Red sand and brick were so incredibly identical. Now, ironically enough, this brick and now red nether brick are almost exactly the same. So one of them could probably change because they're very, very similar. And I hate using two blocks, especially stair and wall blocks, for the same thing. But I took this texture from Germ's Vanilla Edits texture pack, which is just an unbelievable pack. If you're not following, I mean, I'd link Germ in every video I think I've ever done on my channel, essentially, or close to it. But, you know, I mean, the dude's a master. So yeah, so I took this from there with some variants and stuff like that, just because I didn't feel like it made sense to have both red sand and brick be essentially the same texture. This way we get two different things if you're looking for it, with the stairs and the slabs and the walls, all that stuff. This is not new, but I wanted to point out, just in case you don't know, this is endstone. Endstone brick. Our endstone stairs are this. Now, yeah, there is an endstone brick stairs. Why? Who knows? Why wouldn't there be? Anyway, I'm not even going to get into it. It does feel like we should have both variants, just like cobble and smooth stone, but the stairs and the slabs are thatch, and the walls, the endstone walls, are this texture, this oak log wall texture. So it's very, very cool. Great way to make custom trees and all that kind of stuff. And seriously, since we have sandstone walls and stuff, it's very close in texture. So again, why have two things that are the same? All right, let's move into a couple of the one thing that I did here in just a second. And this is andesite, no change there. Diorite, a small change here. What was it though? I don't remember now what I did. I did some. Oh, you know what? This didn't exist. Or no, one of these didn't exist. I don't remember which one though. Yeah, I don't know. What diorite didn't have the variants of these two. So these are the double slab textures. If you don't know what I'm talking about, let me clear my inventory. If you don't know what I'm talking about this. So this is your slab. This is your polished slab. But if you go double, then you get this other texture. It's just a chance to get another texture in the game. Diorite was missing one of these in our texture. At this point now, I've messed around with it so many times, I don't remember which. I have a feeling like it was maybe this one. But yeah, so now we have that, because andesite was perfect. This one was missing that, and granite was actually missing this texture altogether. This one I think was maybe mislabeled. This one was just gone. So I created this texture. I tried my best, guys. I tried my best. Creating textures is not something I've done hardly any of, but I tried. So if you want this texture, you go that for that, or if you want that, like the stone version of granite, you can do that. So it gives us a brand new texture. Here you can see you get the small bricks if you do the double slab stone brick or double slab this. If you do two cobblestone double slabs, then you get this sort of cobble that Germ did with the border around it. Very cool. This does have a connected texture, but since I'm not running Optifine, we're in 1.15.1. I can't do it. This I was checking. I went to the end to check out Optifine leaves. Yeah, we don't have Optifine yet, so it was a wasted trip. Anyway, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much all the changes I made thus far. Whenever Optifine comes out, we'll probably make another couple changes, because I know I want to remove a couple of the purple variants of leaves from the end. But we can get to that once Optifine comes out, because I'm not good enough to do it without being able to constantly see it. So we'll get to that. But that's it. That's it. So, a bunch of new textures. Kind of fun, right? I will see you tomorrow for the World Tour episode from the Realm of Vasten. If you like this, please leave a like and leave a comment. That stuff helps so much. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you. You're my good friend. And don't forget to subscribe to JermsyBoy and send JermsyBoy my love. If you want early release versions of Germ's texture packs, by the way, I should plug it. Go to his Patreon. His Patreon, I think any level gets access to early releases of it. It's really great. It's really, really great. I've been a Patreon of his since he started it, just about. So go sign up for his Patreon and show our boy some love for doing all this amazing work for us. And yeah, it's really tremendous. So, all right, we'll see you all next episode. World Tour tomorrow, and then starting on the 1st of January. New year, new season. 1st of January, we're starting Steampunk Vasten Season 5. Okay, we'll see you then. Bye, everybody. Love y'all. I'm back. I totally forgot something. I was just saying goodbye. I forgot something. The most controversial thing, the thing that people are going to hate me for. But listen, there's a reason why. There's a reason why. Here's the thing. There are fairly few light sources in this game that we love, right? There aren't that many. There's redstone, glowstone, prismarine, end rods, and lanterns, and torches, and jack-o'-lanterns, right? We've already used jack-o'-lanterns. I changed them to be a lot of stuff, which, by the way, just in case you're new, let me show you the jack-o'-lanterns. So jack-o'-lanterns are now this, and they're directional specific. So you get all 4 colors. Super cool. But this is distinctly different, you know, and end rod can be used for a lot of things, such as this, or such as clotheslines, because of how it can be done, because of like a piping or whatever. There's so many things you can use end rods for. And now that we have lanterns, which are very cool, it doesn't feel like we need to have 2 different lanterns. You know, the way it was before, it was a bigger lantern, which, yeah, I mean, the texture, maybe it was better. I think it probably was better. I think Germ's texture for the lantern is better than this one, although I think he made this better than the vanilla lantern. But regardless, it doesn't make sense to have 2 lanterns. Now, the drag is, and what people are going to complain about, I know people are going to complain. So, Old Gray Man said very specifically, if you want to complain, you just send him a private message, and he will respond to each and every single one of them. So, people are going to complain that you can't put lanterns on the wall. You can't place it right here, right? And that's a drag. And it is a drag. It stinks. But that's how it is. So, Mojang did something. They wanted it to be this way. They very specifically wanted, if you can put a torch, and you can do an item frame or whatever you want to do. You can dress it up. We've all done this before. Slab. Let's take, for example, something like this. So you can do that, and you can do that, something like that. Like, we've all done this before, where you kind of dress up and make it look nice. But they wanted this. They wanted the torch to stay on the wall, and they wanted lanterns to either hang or sit. So that's how it is. They made that decision. I think this is for the best. So what that's going to entail in a world like the Realm of Vasten, because we never reset, that's going to entail us going through some old kingdoms and removing these end rods and placing lanterns. I hope that people understand why, but I think it's the right decision. End rods are unique. Completely unique in their model and their texture and the effects and all that kind of stuff. Nothing's like it, and I hate to just have 2 that basically essentially the same thing, even though I know lanterns can be placed on a wall. What did I just do that for? So that's the most controversial part. I know, I'm sorry if you hate me, but I talked to Germ, and I talked about it a lot, and we both agree that really truly it's the best way to go forward. And I'll help you grind some iron, okay? I'll help you grind some iron. We'll call it even, okay? Love y'all. Bye, everybody.